Hi, everyone. I'm Maggie Milnamow. I'm Chief Revenue Officer at Business Insider. So excited today to get to interview Allison, who is the CMO of Samsung Electronics America. Allison, tell us more about your role, what that means, and what you're focused on here at Adweek.
Great. Thank you so much for having me. So I run what we call the corporate marketing team as the CMO of Samsung, and we are responsible for the Samsung brand and marketing everything that is amazing about the cross line of business, the breadth of our products, which includes AI, smart things, our Solve for Tomorrow initiatives, as well as a couple of functions within my team. So the big data team sits within corporate marketing so that we are responsible for keeping your data and using your data responsibly as marketers. We have a media center of excellence within my team, which is responsible for making sure all of our media dollars are as efficient and effectively spent as possible. So it's a really special group, and I'm privileged to run this org.
I should tell you, I am also a customer. I think I have 4 frames in my house, and we love them. And I have my eye on one for Christmas.
Amazing. Love the frame.
And I'm obsessed.
Love it.
Like it's a great product. At Business Insider, we're studying and reporting a lot on how the CMO role has changed so much. Really, the rules that existed years and years ago, or even last year, don't apply. Would love to hear how you think about how your role has changed. You mentioned AI. There's all kinds of emerging technology opportunities for CMOs, but it's a really different role than maybe it was even last year. How do you think about that? And how do you think about navigating yourself, your brand, and your team in this moment?
It's a great point, and I think something that a lot of CMOs are feeling across breadths of industries and verticals, which is amazing, I guess, uniter across this role united in the challenges. Marketing is now only a piece of it, which is wild. And so we've, as CMOs, been charged with being not just marketing officers, but data officers, change agents within our org, because we're also the team that is responsible for getting our CEOs and other cross-functional division leaders understanding of how the marketplace has changed. We spend so much of our time, and when I think about in the last year, what I think about is how the tools have changed. Here comes the AI, how we have to figure out as an org how we're using it. Here come new measurement solutions, because measurement is never good enough. We want to know the full funnel, every attribute to every dollar we spend all the time, but then helping everybody understand what's possible, what's the right thing to do. I think actually more of my time is spent doing that than the marketing work itself.
Fascinating. Talk to me about, I know at our company, we think about how are we using AI to improve our product, to improve the experience of our readers, of our viewers, how I can help my team work more effectively. Samsung is at the kind of leading edge of all of this across so many different fronts. How do you think about value driving to the customer? And how do you guys talk about that currency? How do you define that literally?
When you start with AI, one of my favorite things about AI and the place that we are in that space is that at Samsung, we get to use it and we also get to market it. So it is now across all of our product categories, all of our verticals, and we have to shape the story for how we're developing with AI to help consumers. But it's the same thing that we're talking about as professionals. So AI is a great tool to enhance productivity, enhance creativity, drive efficiency in your life. And so when we talk about it as a tool for business purposes, those are really the same benefits that we are bringing to our consumers as well. So we think about how, what are the things that you're going to want the most in your home? Our platform is AI for all, because we believe that it is ubiquitous, but it is also accessible. And, as a marketing team, it's our responsibility to help you understand what it is, how to use it, and what you're going to get out of it, because it's different for everybody, which is also part of what's amazing and fast and challenging, all of that at the same time.
Yeah. 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 I feel like it can improve the experience in so many different ways. And sometimes it's like, where do you start? And how do you start? And what is the innovation that you want to drive? How do you, like you're looking at across all the teams you mentioned earlier that you manage, how do you kind of think about what you guys prioritize when it comes to AI? Like, how do you say this has got to take the kind of, top seat of all the things you can consider and do?
Since we are the marketing team, at the end of the day, the consumer is always the top priority.
Sure.
So we've put most of our effort into figuring out the storytelling. One of the things that we did that was new this year was we did our first ever cross line of business campaign.
Oh, great.
Which features multiple categories in every single spot, and then talks about how SmartThings, which is our connectivity app, and AI are going to work together to make our products that much better. So the concept for the campaign was not just tell the story of connectivity, but how in that connectivity and using of AI, you're going to get higher order benefits like more efficiency in your life, easier meal planning, a better home entertainment experience. And so back to the priorities, it comes down to, that's why I wanted to mention the consumer, because if we keep the consumer first, things kind of answer themselves and fall in line, because we have an endless number of things that we would like to do. But if we start with, which one is our consumer going to value? Yeah. It's kind of the best place to start.
Yep. That makes a lot of sense. Talk to us about data and data responsibility right now. You mentioned that obviously there's a lot of conversations we're having at Adweek about how companies are using data responsibly, how you kind of connect all of that with AI coming so fast and opening up so many opportunities. Philosophically, how do you all think about data and responsibility? You touched on it a little bit, but how does that then kind of cascade into your teams and ultimately the marketing that you all do too?
So the reason we have the big data team within the marketing org is because we can't say it enough. We're going to use your data responsibly, and it's for marketing purposes. And what we mean by that is so that we can reach you more relevantly and how you want to be reached, which is really all that matters. So one of the things that we're proud of at Samsung is across all of our products, we offer a lot of flexibility so that you can choose what data is used, how it is used, where your data is kept. You can opt to keep it only on your device as opposed to allowing it to be stored on the cloud. So we start with all of these flexible options because at the end of the day, it belongs to you. We do truly believe that is your data. And then one of my favorite examples for how we put it into action is we make products across a lot of different categories. We make laptops and monitors, which are great for back to school, but we also make refrigerators. If you're shopping for back to school, I don't want to serve you a refrigerator ad any more than you want one.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I really just want to make sure that we're having the most relevant conversation, because as a consumer, I want you to know that I see you, I value you, I respect you. And in doing that, I'm reaching you relevantly, because if I'm 21 and going back to college, I'm not buying a refrigerator right now.
Not interested in that washing machine, maybe, even though it looks amazing.
Hopefully in the future, but not for my dorm room.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned I was going to make my way to Gen Z and Gen Alpha, and you guys have done just an incredible job at targeting really different types and groups of generations, but obviously they expect really different things from you than maybe someone like me who isn't, the market for that washer dryer, that refrigerator. And I think you have a program, Solve for Tomorrow. I'd love for you to just talk more about why that was what you all landed on, the impact that you're trying to drive, and specifically around those audiences, because everyone's trying to tap into them. They're so hard to get to and always changing.
Yeah, they're hard, but they're so important because they are going to be
our future.
They are the future, literally. It is.
Yeah.
You can't argue with that one. So we created Solve for Tomorrow 15 years ago. It is a STEM-based competition for middle school and high school students. And the only brief is use STEM to solve a problem in your community. It started in the US. It has rolled out to 64 countries. We've reached millions of students around the world. And one of the things that's special about it is that it has different flavors or different iterations in different places. But for us, what has been really special is this is a way to reach young people in a really high touch capacity, because we've created this platform for them to submit their ideas. And then we're now moving into the next iteration, which is helping them amplify those ideas, helping them bring them to life. Because what's important for us, and one of the things that we've really treasured in this program, is we give a lot of money. Over the course of 15 years, we've donated $29 million to schools across the U.S., many of them Title I schools. And now we're also saying, okay, money is great, technology is important, but now we're going to really start to help you bring these ideas to fruition. Because as we've looked across the last 15 years, one of the things that has impressed me most is not just how smart these kids are, because they're incredibly smart, but they're also really empathetic, and they're recognizing challenges sometimes that are big, very adult conversations in their communities, but then also other things that are going to help on a much larger scale than their communities. We heard high school kids reporting back this past year, they want to address doctor shortages in rural areas.
Amazing.
For high schoolers to recognize that, they've recognized mental health challenges. They recognize the power of AI. We're seeing a lot of AI, robotics, machine learning has come up in the last few years. And it is incredible to give them a microphone for this type of work. And it's a thing that we do because, not just because it's important, but we hope that they do see the value and they connect it to Samsung. And we'll say when they get older, when they're ready for that refrigerator. I remember when Samsung helped me launch or motivated me to think a little bit differently about my community. And we think that inspiration is worth a lot.
It's really powerful. I'm going to switch gears and ask you a really different question about retail and the role that plays. We talked about younger generations. We talked about AI and using data responsibly. Obviously, retail, I just am imagining, like, if I bought the Samsung frame just on my own because I had read so many great things about it, but if I had seen it, I might have bought way more right away. Like, what is that role that you see in a moment where so much is digital? And how does that play a role across all the different generations you all are targeting? And I think you had done a couple of partnerships to kind of grow and expand the retail offering or footprint. Would love to hear about that.
So we love retail. We sell very large products, and as much as we spend a lot of time thinking about how you're shopping digitally and shopping online, but at the end of the day, consumers are still going to retail. It's just time to reinvent what that retail experience is like. We do holiday research every year, and once again, like, people are reporting the number one place where they're going to go for inspiration is a physical retail store. So we need to offer more experiences. And one of the great partners that we've worked with to really reinvent the retail experience is Ashley Furniture. They are a huge furniture seller in the US, and what goes well with furniture? Electronics. Your TV is made better by your couch is made better by your TV. And so we recognize this partnership and have worked with Ashley. We are in 3 stores right now because we are testing and learning and taking a very thoughtful approach to our expansion, but we're building what it could look like to build a connected home in your living room, your kitchen, your bedroom. And what we're showcasing in these experiences are how this connectivity gives you higher order benefits, such as the bedroom that helps you sleep better by your shades closing or opening at the right times. And I will note, we don't make shades. We also believe at Samsung that the whole connected home is really powerful together. So, there's a role for your TV, there's a role for your phone, but when you connect that through smart things to your lights, your shades, there's so much, there are health benefits, there are productivity benefits, there's so much more you can achieve. And we were excited that Ashley saw that benefit, and we were able to work together to bring this vision to life.
It's great. It's great. You mentioned holiday, and I just wanted to end here. I know that you just released your 2025 Holiday Insights survey. Can you share with us a couple of things that you took away in terms of how people want to celebrate the holidays and how people are preparing for presents or gift buying or anything else as they think about going into November and December?
It is interesting year on year as we kind of look at these trends. We did not see a dramatic shift this year in terms of how people are reporting their holiday shopping. They're starting now. They're starting to shop in October. They are researching online and in store. But like I said, retail is still the number one place for inspiration. One of the things that we are keeping in mind is the top concern is still inflation. And as much as we hear other words like tariffs and recession, it is inflation that is going to make the biggest difference in how people choose to spend their dollars. And so keeping that in mind, it is our responsibility to show value because, you know, price is what you pay, value is what you get. And we want people to see that we do have premium products, but with that premium product comes a lot of experiences, a lot of capabilities, the ability to control your home through your TV or any of our devices. And that we hope that in seeing that value, we're helping you overcome what are legitimate concerns as we get into a expensive time of year where you want to, as we've also seen from our survey, treat your family, treat your kids, treat your friends, and treat yourself. So there's lots of shopping that's going to go on.
It's great. It's great. I'm going to end with just a quick fire question. If you could, we talked about a lot of trends, things you're navigating right now. If you do everything right, where do you think Samsung is at in 5 years? Like, where is the kind of brand? You know, we talked about connecting with new generations. We talked about retail. We talked about data responsibility and using AI to continue to improve connectivity. You know, forecast the future. Where is the brand?
In 5 years, AI is going to take us to a place that I think we may not even be able to conceive of right now because of the growth that we're seeing. But Samsung is going to be the devices that are making that happen. And so we're going to be making your home more personal, more predictive, more enabling you to just have these invisible, subtle benefits around you all the time. So we're not going to be talking about that right now because it's going to become so second nature that your thermostat is adjusting, that your refrigerator is grocery shopping for you. All of those things are just going to happen. And
can we do that now? I really need that. Like now. Oh
right now, your refrigerator can recognize what's inside and help you create shopping lists. And like so much of this future is already here that I think those things are going to be the table stakes in 5 years from now. And as AI and technology are helping us get through those higher order benefits, we're going to be at a place where, you know, I'm really optimistic that we're going to be enjoying the time back and we'll all be able to apply it to what matters to us. And what I appreciate is that's different to everybody, but we really want to be the brand that is giving you time back, making your life easier so that you can do blank, insert whatever that means to you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for that. It's been great to have this conversation.
Thank you. This was so much fun. Appreciate it.